out my business. Nani? Okay.
And on the identity booth, we have a lot of tough topics to talk about. Me and Eric yell at each other. Mommy and Daddy yell at each other. It's okay. We still love you. It's not your fault that you wet the bed and you didn't tell nobody all day. And then when we came back home without the AC being on and the bed stench started flying all over the place, we're not mad at you about that. Even though I remember that in perfect succinctness and am directly targeting it at you, I'm not mad at you about that. But after a long, stressful day, we just want to relax and just talk about some feel-good shit. As miserable as this world is and the chances of going to Mars because it might not be real per Eric, life is gloom and doom, baby. We need some fucking happiness in this world. So on things like this, after a tough day, we like to find one or two good stories to just make us feel good. Now, Eric, how many people do you think is named Eric Thomas?
I'm followed at one point on Facebook, everybody named Eric Thomas. And there was over 30 or 40 of us.
And I think that's pretty amazing because in 2020, a 22-year-old, in 2020, a 22-year-old, that's a tongue twister, from Arizona State was bored during the pandemic, and he decided to go on Facebook and find every single person with his name, which is Josh Newman, and he added them all to a Facebook group and made them a challenge. In 1 year's time, which was the 24th of April this year, train and prepare and meet me at this location. This location currently is in the middle of nowhere, which would happen to be near Lincoln, Nebraska, about 13 miles away from Lincoln, Nebraska. And the purpose of this challenge was to simply get all these people to come together and fight over who will be named Josh Newman from here on forth. It's the Highlander, if I've ever seen anything. Now, this...
Hold on, you might have to break down in like 30 seconds what the Highlander is.
Basically, the Highlander is basically a TV show where there's a bunch of immortal guys and they're all fighting. And the way they manage to be the best is by cutting off each other's head. And every person's head they cut off, they gain their skills, knowledge, and attributes, but also add another cycle of their immortality. And they can't be sick, they can't get hard. They basically have been here since the beginning of time. And he wants to have that style battle with all the Joshes. Now, this at first had no meaning, no relevance. In fact, this Facebook chat was deleted immediately for harassment by Facebook. But the screenshot lived on, and it turned into a meme. And you remember from The Matrix, the Andersons, or like any battle where there was a bunch of duplicates, as super popular with Naruto because of his shadow clone jutsu. But eventually, as the date grew closer, a few things started to happen. One, a GoFundMe page was started to pay for the legal fees of the Joshes who lost their names in Immortal Battle. And this really started to get people's heads turning because he started raising big cash. He got up to $22,000.
That's a lot of coin, bro, for a battle.
Then something else happened. When you go to this exact coordinates, you find out it is on the farm of a person. And here in Nebraska, once again, castle doctrine, open carry. You don't want to be caught on someone's farmland conjugating unsolicited. So a sign was left there by the owner. If you seek to own the power of Josh, head to this coordinates. Now things are starting to pick up. Fast forward to the 22nd of April, where there were over 400 flights being directed to Lincoln, Nebraska, which caused the TSA to go into a frenzy, asking questions about why the flight traffic was increasing in Nebraska in the middle of April.
Okay.
Now, fast forward to April 24th, and we have the battle of the Joshes. Who you are looking at on the left here is the original organizer, Josh Newman. He and 300 other Joshes who don't have the last name Newman showed up here for this tournament. Even though Josh only made this to be for the Joshes that have the last name of him, he decided to make this an open invitation to anyone named Josh. So in the event, only one other person named Josh Newman showed up. And Eric, you'll never guess how they decided to have this battle.
No, Nerf.
They decided to have a rock, paper, scissors battle that went for 4 rounds. And it went for 4 rounds. It was sudden death because, of course, they were so succinct with each other that they both picked paper on the first try. They both picked scissors on the second try. They both picked rock on the third. And finally, the original Josh Newman won, defeating Josh Newman number 2, as he'll forever be known from this day forward, in the immortal battle of rock, paper, scissors. But there still was one major problem, which was what to do with the 298 other Joshes that showed up, because they all want to be known as Josh 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on and so forth. They all want their rightful spot. Well, it turns out they had a faith-based noodle battle. And this This faith-based noodle battle revolved around Jedis, Spider-Man, Spawn, Darth Vader, swimsuit models, and Boy Scouts, including John Wick, all showing up in cosplay to defend the title. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. They had referees and everything here. I know what you're probably thinking. What happened? Who won? Well, turns out the winner of the battle was a 4-year-old Josh Vincent Jr., who was treated at the medical center that all the donations for this event ended up going to. The 4-year-old ended up being crowned Josh of the year. And I don't know if this is ever going to happen again. I don't know if there's going to be a spinoff to this. But the fact that they were able to do this, raise money for a great cause, raise over 400 pounds in food bank donations, and bring a bunch of people who have probably been locked in the house since last year out for a positive, strong, encouraged thing is super incredible. There's people there wearing masks. There's people there like enjoying themselves. The new norm isn't that scary, is what I got from this, Eric. And it really just made my heart warm, because we can get back to something like this where we as a population are out enjoying each other again. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know I'm rambling here. Maybe I'm in my feelings. Maybe it's because I haven't eaten in 64 hours or whatever. But this really put a smile on my face. I don't know how you feel about it.
Bro, I think it's a good story, man. It's cool to see. Again, this is somebody not being selfless. This is somebody thinking beyond themselves. And something that started off as like a little meme on social media ended up materializing in a way to raise money for a little kid. Man, that little kid's never going to forget this, ever. Ever. Dude, and I mean, have no idea what kind of trajectory they may be setting this kid's life on from where it was, where it would have gone, bro.
It brought the father to tears, man. It was really good to see.
Yeah, you making grown men cry over here, bro. Like, yeah, that. Listen, you deserve all the heart emojis and all the rest of that stuff, man. Like this is
shout out to the original Josh Newman for setting this up and not letting it turn into some money grab situation, not letting it blow out.
Exactly.
Just being a good dude. I can only hope the best for him. And also, it happened in Lincoln, Nebraska. Like, it just proves to you can do good anywhere. Because if you ever told me there was a battle of the Highlander battle was going down in a country, I would have never picked this state. Like it's just crazy to me. But I don't know.
Would you have pulled up, bro? Like, if you would have known, would you have pulled up?
There's a part of me that would have pulled up and live streamed it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. That's the sad part about it, is that I found out about this late. But it wasn't late enough. It's the 27th, so 3 days ago. I still wanted to bring it up, but that's our story. That's perspective on it. Eric, if you don't got nothing else to add to it, man, where can they find us?
Hey, man, y'all find us here on Twitch. Again, man, appreciate the people rocking with us on Twitch. Also, make sure that you go over to YouTube on both platforms. Hit the heart button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you set the notification bell to all. Make sure you share this, like it, go down in the comment section. Let us know what you thought about each segment. We did greatly like your feedback. And if you want to smoke, we'll come down there and give you that work too. We bless you, I promise. We're not sorry. Anyway, yes, make sure you hit that link tree. We're like Visa. We everywhere you need to be. And then make sure you go over here. Since we on Twitch right now, we got to support the booth, man. Drop some in the collection plate on your way out. That money's going to our friends Altenberg and Russo, who are facilitating the Endurance 24 Challenge, which we will be live streaming next Friday evening. Make sure y'all here with us. Live streaming, 24 miles, 24 hours of running and live streaming. 2 coaches raising $20,000 in scholarships for graduating seniors for vocational school, entrepreneurship, college, university. So please come out and rock with us. Heero, what else we got? Is that it?
That's it, y'all, man. This has been a long show. Probably lost 1/3 of it, but we appreciate y'all rocking with us. This is a Twitch only stream, so if you're watching this, you're seeing this, that means we only put this out on Twitch, and in my vast knowledge of planning everything, forgot that we didn't have a recording base, but we got the vast majority, the important parts.
Slow it down and we can catch the vibe, but it's so hard to find through the daily grind. We're working overtime, and I'm sleep deprived. Shorty on my line and we fuss and fight. Seems like every night, don't care who's wrong or right. I hope the end is sight. Slow it down and we can catch the vibe.